we had a kind of an interesting meeting when we first met you, and you probably don't remember that Paul was even there because he had hurt his hand and had it all wrapped up.
Are we talking about the reception for the
at the church?
That I did?
Yes, exactly right, in East Texas.
I love that story.
It was. I really, looking back on it, I can't believe that I was so bold to think that you would even potentially be interested in what we were doing. But I was so driven by the kids and their need in the hospital, and by the fact that I had always loved your voice so much, and Peter, Paul, and Mary loved the warmth of it, and I knew we needed somebody that had some notoriety that people knew, to help, let people know that what we were doing is going to have good quality to it and everything, and get their attention, help us raise money, and etc. But I had made a list, and you were number one on my list of who to get to be our producer. And then I had John Denver on there, and I had Paul Simon on there, and I had James Taylor was on there. I had a list of about 5 or 6 people.
The Beatles.
But you were number one, and it was amazing. It was incredible
serendipitous,
deal.
I think.
Well, it was
come into town. Right?
Well, I was talking to Chuck Weatherford, who was the music director, and he and his wife were the music and youth directors at this little church where the Body Works band and you played. Huh. And so I was talking with them because I was going to do a youth week for them in July, and I was talking to him as like March, planning this thing. And at the end of the conversation with Chuck, he said, "Oh, by the way, you might be interested. Noel, Paul, Stuckey and the Body Works band are coming here in May to do a concert." And I went, "You're kidding?" I said, "I think he's the producer of our Hospitalized Kids project, and I'm thinking about getting with him. And I know his address and phone number because our friend Gene Cotton in Nashville gave it to me, but I was afraid to call it because I thought he's so busy with Body Works and Peter, Paul, and Mary. He's not going to have time for me, and I don't know how to get a little bit of a wedge in there to have him maybe spend a minute and think about it." And so I said, can I come and open for him in concert? No, he don't want anybody to open. They're going to do the whole thing. He said, "But we have a patronage reception. You can come play in the corner if you want to." And that's what I did. And then when you came over and said, "Gosh, sorry you got ignored because everybody came to visit with us."
Your classic line was, "I knew you'd come over."
And I said, the only reason I came was to get your attention. And we have this hospital, and it's like I had this spiel memorized. And I said, "But all I want is an hour of your time. Anytime in the next 6 months, I'll come wherever to meet you. And I'd just like a chance to tell you about this because I have the feeling you're the guy. Yeah. And you can, if you tell me no, then I won't bother you anymore, but I sure like that hour." And you said you'd give it to me, and you gave me Elaine's phone number to call, and I started pestering her until I got a meeting with you.
Right, but didn't the meeting happen in Texas?
It happened in Dallas. Yeah, y'all came to sing at Starplex in Dallas.
Oh, that's right.
And
I remember Starplex.
And she said, he might be able to visit with you that day. Sometimes he wants to rest between sound check and the concert. Sometimes he'll visit with people if somebody wants to see him. Huh. And so let me have your phone number, and he'll call you if he's got time to do it. Well, that wasn't good enough for me. I wrote a little note to you in an envelope, and I took it the day before and left it at the desk at the hotel, the Sheraton, I think it was, or whatever. And so when it came to be time that I knew that your plane had come in, because she had told me when you all were coming in, and I figured you'd be at the hospital, I called and said, "Has Noel, Paul, Stuckey checked in?"
Hotel.
Hotel. That's what I mean. Yeah, did I say hospital?
Yeah, you did.
You worked too much hospital work. That's right.
Yeah. One of those big buildings.
That's right. Anyway, I called and just to see if you had checked in. I said, "Is Noel, Paul, Stuckey checked in yet?" "Oh, yes, just a minute, I'll ring." I went, No. And you went, "Hello?" And you were on the phone. I said, "Oh, no, I'm sorry to bother you." But he said, "Oh, is this Jim Newton?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I'm reading your note. Can you come at 4:15? Gave your room number, and there I went, and we had a nice visit about it. And
terrific.
So anyway,
yeah,
that was a true miracle for me, and for our work together and the kids and what we've done together.